I think what energizes me most about McKinsey is our opportunity to work with clients on a day-to-day basis. Clients at all levels of an organization, from the project manager to the COO or CEO, and working hand in hand with them on the pressing issues that are facing their company. And I think that's what truly sets McKinsey apart. Rather than working in a room somewhere and just simply handing off what you did or what you learned, you're actually partnering with them. And that way we know that the solutions we're delivering to the client will have long-lasting impact because it's something that we're co-creating.
When I first applied and received an offer, I really had no idea what a BA does. The amazing thing is that what we do varies depending on the study that we're staffed on. So we get to see a huge variety of problems, a huge variety of clients and industries and geographies, and we get to build a really diverse skill set. One day I might be interviewing clients or stakeholders to understand the complexities of the problem that we're trying to solve. Next day I might be building a model to forecast an emerging market and understand what the opportunities are for a client. We also spend a lot of time problem solving as a team. When we problem solve, it's not just the senior people who are coming up with ideas. It's really that we have our whole team around a table. I'm there, the project managers who have a few years of experience, the directors who have been with the firm for 20 or 25 years, sitting at a table along with clients who are the CEOs of their companies, and every voice is equally represented and equally respected.
The other thing which would be great is to show all the other broadcast stuff. Which I don't know, but I think you do, right?
All the other broadcast broken out?
Existing broadcast research groups, you don't have to break it into insane levels of detail. It's just, I want to be able to say, look, the whole broadcast group today is this many. We're talking about splitting into two.
Right.
And if we split it into two, how many are here,
Right.
how many are in the
And the nice thing is
remaining?
that everyone else pretty discreetly falls back into their businesses, as I think she was pointing out. So sports and news, or
Right.
if they were just to be decentralized, that would be a clear cut. There's a couple of lingering pieces like systems that would have to find a home, but they could fit quite naturally in this group, and they're just a few people.
All right, so then that's something we didn't even think of that we probably have to add
Yeah,
up here.
I agree.
At the beginning of a study, we always kick off the engagement with something we call a team learning. And I really think that sets the tone and the stage for the entire study.
There were 4 things we wanted to cover for team learning. So one was individual goals, like development goals, lifestyle preferences, working styles. The second one is, what does team success look like? So setting some team norms. The third one, so Tom's going to come in and give us some context on the client service team, background on how we've been serving this client. And then the last one would be aligning on a problem statement. So what's the scope of our solution space? What are we trying to solve for during the next 16 weeks?
One of the things I've really enjoyed most in my time as a BA is that I feel like I'm always being given opportunities to stretch myself, to grow into new skill sets or new roles that I really don't think I'm ready for. I was really excited that I would be working on CEO level problems and presenting to boards of directors, but I was a little worried about the fact that I wouldn't really know exactly how to do that. I wouldn't really have expertise in the problems that we were trying to solve, and I wouldn't really have a skill set that I built in my liberal arts undergraduate degree to know how to go about tackling some of these issues. But the amazing thing about McKinsey is you're really never doing it alone. There's an incredible network starting with your core team, but extending so far beyond that is there to support you and to make you successful so that your project is successful. And having that support from experts who have written books in their fields and who will jump on the phone with you for half an hour to get you up to speed on an industry. I often call our analytics group, and they actually jump on my computer virtually and teach me how to go about doing the analysis that I need to do.
And our culture is open, so you can just reach out to people and try to spend some time getting to know them, their backgrounds, learning from them, getting advice from them, being coached by them, and being groomed and developed by them to fulfill your own personal aspirations.
So in approaching kind of this year in the public sector fellowship, do you have any advice?
I'm a firm believer in kind of the liberal arts approach to all of this. Whether as a BA at the firm or when you come as an associate, I think you come and sample a lot of different things. Try and balance the different interests, and I do something there that just gets you excited.
Recently, I was working on a document that we were presenting to the CEO of a large media company. And I realized as I was sitting there framing these different recommendations for this CEO that just 3 years ago, I had been an unpaid intern for the same media company. I'd gone from reading scripts in the back of a room with very little exposure to the real business to actually making recommendations to the CEO of the entire company.
I've worked with the mayor of a major U.S. city on budget problems he was facing. I've ridden the railways of the Western United States to look at rail track and infrastructure maintenance. And I've served insurance companies, consumer packaged good companies, and other institutions in telecom and media. And now I'm transitioning to public sector work.
When I first joined McKinsey, I definitely felt that it was a very formal environment, but I quickly learned that was not at all the reality. McKinsey is just full of interesting, exciting people who love to have fun and who play just as hard as they work. The day-to-day interactions that I have are with people that I really enjoy and that I've come to call my friends, and spending time in the team room, laughing and joking and building real relationships with clients.
It's a very dynamic environment where you're problem solving with each other. You get to know your colleagues on a very personal level, get to know about them, their background, their unique story that brought them to McKinsey, their family life. These are mentors and coaches that you'll develop that you'll keep for the rest of your life.
One of the great things that McKinsey has to offer is to be in a place where I would learn as much as possible and develop and grow as much as possible, but always feel like I had a safety net, a group of people supporting me and ensuring that I was going to be successful. And that's really what McKinsey has been for me.